Sema and Spencer are way fun and far out besides.
What a good baby.
But Sema can also be a little bit of a baby.
Please, Papa, touch my feet.
And that can get Spencer a whole lot crazy.
I need a scotch.
Especially now that he's gonna have a real baby to baby.
Ew, get her off me.
What do you mean, ooh, get her off me?
Sema and Spencer are young. They have fun and they dig their dogs and their guilty pleasures. But these pop-cultured hipsters are in for a big surprise when baby Anaya comes along to hang with the in crowd. Our panel of birthdays experts will be watching closely over the next 6 weeks. Relationship guru and woman about town, Josie Vogels. Supermom with a watchful eye, Kathy Buckworth. And the man who's always psyched and ready to go, Dr. Irvin Wolkoff.
Tony, away from the side of the road. No, it's not that.
Sema and Spencer were brought together by a couple of hairy little cupids.
They're like Batman and Robin, both more butt sniffing.
I think it was like the first time I met a guy who really appreciates chihuahuas instead of like making fun of them.
But it's not all love from the neighbors below.
And this lady has been going around with a petition
On the
against
floor, yeah.
these two guys.
And Mexican canines aren't the only things they have in common, because these young kooks like their kooky stuff.
Spencer loves to collect everything and anything. He's a big, big collector, even more so than I am.
We differ when it comes to decorating and decor.
And Sema's decor is anything pink and or fluffy.
I have like a really big fascination with Hello Kitty.
So luckily they've discovered they're expecting a baby girl because Sema's found a spot for her collection.
I got that last year from Spencer's mom and dad for Christmas, and I wasn't allowed to put it in my bedroom because Spencer didn't like it.
I don't want to sleep near that thing.
So while the floating head of cat terrifies Spencer, Sema has her own fears.
Yeah.
Wow, like I'm married, I'm having a baby. It feels so surreal. Sometimes it feels overwhelming.
It's not just the birth that you have to worry about, it's also raising this person and instilling what's right and wrong in them.
And it's a good thing the real baby is on the way because another baby is getting a little too used to being pampered.
How about the feet?
Well, I'd love to, but I have an open blister on my hand, so I can't.
My feet! Please, Papa, touch my feet. He's kind of like a parent sometimes to me, you know. So I guess it makes sense, you know, when I joke around, I call him Papa all the time, and I'm like, Papa, can you tuck me in? Papa, can you get me my shoes?
She actually does stomp her feet at times, and she gets a little bit pouty.
I haven't grown up much.
And when Spencer's not bowing down to his lady's every whim, he's been a practice papa to their pooches.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much ready. Like, not just, having like a crib ready for the baby and stuff, but I'm ready for all that it entails. So.
I'm expecting the worst so that even if it's not the worst, it'll be like better that way.
I've heard that in every relationship there's an optimist and a pessimist, and it's pretty clear in this relationship that she's the pessimist, she's expecting the worst, and he's the optimist. He's saying things like, he's looking forward to it, he's already feeling fatherly, he knows there's more to life than just putting together the crib, and she's kind of, I'm just a little bit worried and I'm not sure what to do about it.
I loved it when he said, I'm not only concerned about the birth, but raising the person. He thinks that that baby thing is a person and it's his job to raise. Good stuff.
It's showtime because today's the day Sema and Spencer add a baby to their collections. Welcome home, Anaya. And since Sema had an emergency C-section, Spencer has had no choice but to take charge.
I've been doing the diaper changes. I'm not bad at it, actually.
Sema has even more support because her brother and her mom are there for the homecoming.
We're both really close with our family. It's not like, we have scheduled visits or anything like that. The door's always sort of open.
Goes here. I put this stuff together so long ago, I totally forget how it works.
And so handyman Spencer maneuvers the baby utility vehicle down the hall so Anaya can test it out.
Ooh, watch your head.
Put your face in her head, man.
She's all right.
Oh, yeah, Spencer. She's got a little housewarming present for you. I'm still pretty uneasy about changing diapers. But Spencer's got it down packed, so I think I don't need to worry.
Uh-oh, look at that.
I'm in awe of him right now because He's done such a better job than I have. You know, he went and had the nurse give him a swaddling session, which was hilarious because I would never have asked.
And voila.
But even after being masterfully swaddled, Anaya throws a terrific fit, which throws Sema for a loop.
What do we do?
Feed her. You have to feed her now. She'll use as well too, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we're on our way.
And Sema must have a psychology course under her belt because she's already managed to give Anaya a personality assessment.
When she gets mad, she gets mad. And when she wants something, she wants it right away. And if she does not get it, you're in for a bit of a battle.
Right now is the best time to file her nails in.
I can't do it.
Get the Spencer after.
Yeah, Spencer will do it. He's like a pro.
It's all too much for Sema, so she's in for a snooze, but not without her blankie.
Yeah, your kitty cat.
You can go.
She's still baby, even though she have baby, she still love kitty cat.
Hello, kitty. It's time to go to bed.
I would say, based on calling her husband Papa, loving Hello Kitty, and saying, I'm not allowed to keep this in my bedroom, I think there is an argument here that she is a little girl who's had a baby.
Yes. I'm a little concerned that this is setting a pattern for her. It's great to have your mom or someone come and help you when you've been through an operation like that, but it's, I think, repeating those old patterns of she's still the baby, so it's not starting off.
She's got to get over her fear at some point and recognize that this is her baby, and there's got to be some bonding going on there.
Absolutely.
But Sema's finding it pretty difficult to bond because she's jonesing for some sleep.
Anaya is finally sleeping. It took me all afternoon to get her to go to sleep, but after what seemed like an endless session of feedings, she finally went to bed about a half hour ago, and I'm hoping she'll sleep for about like another half an hour to an hour, just to give me a bit of a break. This is our little attempt at being organized and keeping track of baby Anaya's feeding, her last nap, and the number of diapers. This was Spencer's idea. He came up with it all by himself, which is really cool. Just today, I think, or maybe yesterday, it became kind of a nuisance because I couldn't keep up with it, and I couldn't keep track of the time, the hours, the number of diapers, because it was hitting like 8+ diapers a day, and we were just like, okay, forget it.
But after an emergency C-section, Sema's feeling whack.
My tailbone's been hurting a lot. I think it might have to do with the epidural, and this is my nursing chair. It's the only thing I can sit on.
I feel sorry for her. I mean, I think she's really feeling the effects of a major operation.
Usually we're, in the opposite situation where we're waiting for mom to get dad to step up to the plate. Well, I want to see how Spencer gets her to step up to the plate because she's going to have to.
It's been 2 weeks since Anaya came home, and now it's time for her to meet the lowriders.
Welcome home. So the dog stayed with my parents for about 2 weeks. It's just because it was hard for me to take them out and do all that sort of dog maintenance kind of stuff, so. That's your sister.
Baby.
I think the concern is like if it's like a dingo or a big wild dog or a
I
wolf.
should be laughing at her.
And if you rub your baby in bacon for the diaper rash, then that's when it could be bad.
Since the meeting was a success, Spencer feels inspired to take some inventory.
Right now, in terms of the diapers for today, there's 4 poo, 3 pee, so a total of 7. Now, it's a little, it's hard to tell because sometimes there's pee mixed in with the poo diapers.
She's gone again.
So there could be more pee, so it's hard to tell. And she's probably doing it again, yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah?
can smell it.
Oh, I can smell that from here. Hey, Sema, why don't you change it?
No.
But Sema is clearly unmoved by Anaya's movement.
This is not fair. I gave birth to her. I shouldn't have to change any nappies.
So you want to do it, or should I do it?
I can do it.
All right.
So Spencer talks Sema through her first diaper change. And Anaya pulls out the big guns for the occasion.
Okay. This isn't. Oh, God.
But not to worry, because Tony and Merlin eagerly take care of the poop-splosion fallout, little troopers.
Ew.
Oh.
Oh, God. I don't want to think about that again.
But Spencer is proud of his little girl's performance.
Okay, so we're gonna add another one just because of that projectile poop, but we're adding half a point for style.
This is points?
And
Oh, my
form.
gosh. That's why she's doing this. Oh, no. I gotta make sure someone else is here to do the diaper changes. Ugh.
Not a bad idea, because Spencer could use the help with the cooking and the cleaning and the dogs and the diapers and, well, pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'm really tired, but I drink a lot of espresso, so I'm okay. So, this has been my saving grace, this machine. And with that, I've just bought myself another 6 hours. That's the stuff.
I think it's funny because you hear men sometimes say, you know, honey, if I could have had the baby for you, I would have had. I think he might have said that and really meant it. It is funny. We're seeing a traditional role reversal, and maybe it's making us all a little bit uncomfortable because.
I'm happy
you know?
because for once the guy doesn't come out looking like a complete garbage pile.
And that would be fine, Kathy, except that he's going back to work. So the baby
exactly.
needs the care.
Perhaps Spencer should cut back on the espresso, because even though Sema and Anaya are sleeping soundly, someone's buzzing. Which definitely won't prepare him for the next morning.
Well, today's my first day back to work, so I got up bright and early at 7:30, changed the diaper, took the dogs out, fed the dogs, got dressed, got all my stuff together, and I'm just about to leave right now.
So Spencer has taken care of everything, but Sema's not entirely satisfied.
Daddy was in a rush this morning because he didn't put your diaper on properly.
Sema doesn't need to worry because she's only alone for moments before her mother arrives to pick up Spencer's slack and to bring her little girl some breakfast.
Sit up there.
So after Sema's fed and burped, Mom gives her a sponge bath tutorial for Anaya.
Yeah. Your mommy is a bit scared, huh? Do it like this.
I got it. I'll do
No,
it.
no.
There we go. Done. That makes me want to go to sleep. Ugh.
Spencer's doing everything, and he has to do this and he has to. I'm thinking, well, yeah, she's recovering from something. So again, I'm worried about the pattern that it sets up because we've seen what she's like when someone takes over. But I kind of feel for her in that little segment.
Right, because she needs to be told where to sit down and have her breakfast in her own apartment.
It's bad enough to be psychologically infantilized. It's even worse when you have people who act it out with you in adult life the way her mother does. She still sounds to me like a little girl who is not all that happy to have a rival on the scene. And I don't think it's the espresso that's keeping him awake at night. It's the fact that it's kind of dawning on him that he's in this pretty much alone.
He can't continue to do everything.
No.
He's gonna collapse.
It's been 4 weeks since baby Anaya joined the in crowd, and Sema's sense of fun is fading like a late summer tan.
Today's been pretty hectic because she's been fussy and crying and pooping all day. But I think she has a temper problem. Sometimes it scares me slightly because I stop and I think, oh my gosh, she has such a temper now. What to expect in the future.
Sema has a lot more interaction with her, like being home during the day, so I think that I'm coping better with her just because I'm not around the screaming as much. Tony, on the other hand, is a basket case. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, should I get hot towels, or does she want a massage? Or Merlin, he's more of a laid-back kind of guy. He's a Buddhist, so he's really chilled out.
But the chill outdoors is keeping Sema and Anaya and the dogs in.
It is definitely freezing cold outside, and do not be deceived by the sun. We'll go out some other time, guys. The dogs don't like going out anyways. Come on. In the meantime, Spencer and I, we let them out on the balcony.
Spring thaw should be delightful.
It's not warm and cozy like it is in here. Outside, you got buses and trucks and people screaming, yelling. Yes. Yeah, I had a whole day planned of what I was gonna do today, housework, and I'm just gonna be hanging out on the sofa and just wait till Spencer gets home.
And luckily, Spencer arrives home right when Sema's cartoons go to commercial.
You got the penitent too? He's got a bit more freedom to move around. Like, he can get up and go places and do things, which is good because he can do things for me that I can't do. Hopefully he'll rest and then decide what we want to eat for dinner.
And that's not exactly what Spencer was hoping for.
She can't make a decision for herself. Everything's up to me. In terms of, like, I have to deal with work stress and then come home and do a lot of stuff around here and do stuff that involve, like, anything over, like, a 5-foot height because she says that she can't do it if she's too short. Even though I got her little stool. Yeah, so It's business as usual. Did you feed the dogs today?
No.
Hey, Sema, you want to change that garbage can for me?
Yeah. I gotta finish the dishwasher first and then I'll do that.
Come on, Sema, change the garbage first.
I will. I got the dishwasher open, like
Come on,
literally.
Sema. She doesn't know how to change a garbage. She won't be able to figure out how to get the bag in there.
I'll figure it out.
She won't know which bag it is.
Watch this. Rocket science. I'll show him. Yeah, I can do it.
Apparently, even if she were building a rocket, Spencer would still be the one to get it off the
I
ground.
had 3.
Well, it's funny that she said that her baby has a temper problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Likes that
I'll tell you
too.
about temper problems. Most kids who have a temper problem have a mother who is incapable of empathic attunement. So even when the mother's holding the baby knows that they are not being personally held. And I think that's the problem with this kid.
Maybe the baby's a little bored, and I don't mean to be funny about that, but I'm saying that they don't go anywhere. There's no stimulation. The baby's lying on the couch, and so is Sema. She needs to get out. That's self-evident.
And Spencer, I think Spencer's starting to show cracks.
You know what? Did you make milk for her?
Yeah.
Why don't you go out and you get whatever you want?
I don't know. I know you don't want to make anything to eat, so
I've been making stuff like all week.
I don't really want to go. But if you're gonna force me, then I'll
Yeah,
go.
go quickly so I can.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'll be too quick.
I really think you should go out.
I don't want to.
You don't have to, but you really should.
It's
Just
dark and there's traffic, and I don't like it.
Wait, did you go out today at all?
No.
I don't know. I don't think it's too healthy to sort of sit around. Like that can encourage some negative postpartum behavior. I think. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So that's it. You're refusing to go out.
Well, she's crying, and I'm probably gonna have to feed her again, and I don't want to give her the bottle
Why don't you feed her and then go out afterwards?
Because then it's gonna take me an hour to feed her. You know how the whole process
Yeah,
works.
yeah. You're not hungry now. You said.
I'm kind of hungry.
Hey, listen to this.
No, I am hungry.
Okay, that's another thing that drives me crazy is that she doesn't know if she's hungry or she's not hungry. She's worse than the baby when it comes to that.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick her up because she's fussing.
So that's it. You're refusing to go out.
Well, she's crying, and I'm probably gonna have to feed her again.
All right.
That's all she wants. Look, she wants to be held by mommy. Don't think I can go. Fussy baby.
Since Sema won't budge, she offers to cook up something delicious.
So preheat oven. What is the purpose of a preheat? For 10 minutes. Winnie could have spent that time actually cooking something in the oven.
You're serious?
I'm not much of a cooker. I'm a lousy vegetarian. I'll just eat whatever is made in the fridge that's vegetarian.
No, but when she's older, when she's 10, what are you gonna do? You're gonna give her
She'll
cheese
cook.
sandwiches for her?
No, she'll cook.
She'll cook. Where's she gonna learn how to cook?
Internet, TV, you, my parents. They failed with me, but they could totally succeed with her if they do it the right way.
I need a scotch.
Okay, I think your chicken nuggets are ready. I'm taking them out.
Man, I'm gonna be hearing that for the next 60 years of my life.
What?
I think your chicken nuggets are ready.
You should have just gone and gotten the food that you wanted to eat. Now this is your punishment.
Okay.
Eating my cooking.
I had a very strong sense that when Spencer said, I need a scotch.
I needed one at that point, too.
Yeah, like long story short, he was saying, I get it, I hadn't seen this before, she's incompetent, and I had no idea how alone I am in this.
And I think there's probably a bit in him thinking, I sort of made this bed too. Like, shoot, now I've got to lie in it, you know, because he really encouraged and applauded that type of behavior.
I do have to applaud Spencer. He is being concerned about signs of postpartum depression, which I think is legitimate. I'm not sure what it is at this point, whether it's her just kind of like having a prolonged temper tantrum, or really if there is some real signs of depression there.
When Spencer and Sema signed up for baby school, Spencer was a willing student.
And voila.
Sema, on the other hand, didn't fully subscribe to the program.
Absolutely disgusting.
And that has Spencer on edge.
I need a scotch.
She's sort of stepping back from the whole thing and using her setup or her circumstances.
Which is what she does. And that's going to have to change.
Now, 6 weeks later, Anaya is still a baby. But Sema is less of one.
Since we've had Anaya, I think I've become more patient with her. I'm more concerned and less self-centered.
And our man Spencer has shorn his modern locks.
I actually had a beard mishap where I was shaving and it just went wrong, so I shaved the whole beard off, and then the rest of my hair looked weird, so then I just got a haircut. And
So I approve thoroughly. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, Spencer certainly amazed me in his ability to be a dad. I definitely thought he was going to be the squeamish one, and
she's thrown up on me, she's peed on me, and so is Anaya. It's not really something that grosses me out. I think that's something that you have to sort of get over, and she's getting over it slowly. Although she's not really fond of like the throw up milk stuff still.
But she's getting better.
Anaya. Yep. Looks like it's clean up in aisle 9. He's very handy. He's a very good dog. I do realize, like, having a C-section, I was really dependent on him for a lot of stuff. And I think it was kind of grating on his nerves to always have to do everything. And I think now, in the last 2 weeks, I've really picked up the slack.
I'm pretty proud of her. And she's doing what she can in terms of like the upkeep of the house and that sort of thing. She's definitely not making any meals or anything like that from when I get home, which, thank God.
I think shaving his head and beard represent a new level of maturity for Spencer.
I was really glad to see her sense of humor come back.
Oh, that was
they
what I was
clean
gonna
up
say.
on aisle 9 or whatever, and then with the dog, she's not going, ew, that's disgusting. I was thinking, I think maybe we're seeing glimpses of who she was before.
If they can find each other, then Sema can get brave enough in the context of a good relationship with Spencer to give a little more to her daughter.
Sema needs to get out of the house, get the baby out of the house. I don't know what the state of that balcony is going to be in if they don't like get the dogs outside.
So Spencer does the impossible and manages to get Sema to see the light of the wintry sun.
Oh, look at this. You can put your vodka and cranberry here, Sema.
But she's not straightening her arms.
Tony showed you that. What a good boy.
And little Anaya quickly gains 20 pounds as she's swaddled and then some.
It might still be too cold for her.
Are you sure you don't want to put the force field on her as well, too?
Sema's eyes adjust to the light and they hit the streets.
So I think it's a great, great thing that they're getting out together and doing these things and really reconnecting on a lot of the things that drew them together in the first place.
Obviously, they clearly have that kind of similar quirky sense of humor, and it would be nice to see them connect on that level again and have it not just all be about the baby.
And so on the advice of the experts, Sema and Spencer reconnect in their own special way.
People, I think, take themselves too seriously. Like our neighbor downstairs, for example, probably takes herself too seriously. I think it's good to give them a little friendly reality shot to the guy. As long as you don't hurt anyone's feelings or do anything that's like, contrary to the Ontario Human Rights Code, pranks are all good.
Grow up, why, We still are okay with having that childish and mature side of us. And I think it's great for our kids, They need to see that.
She'll never completely grow up. She'll always be a little baby to her mom and to her dad and to me. So it's just the way she is. Like, she's grossed out by the diapers, she's grossed out by the vomit, she's grossed out by any kind of mucusy kind of stuff from the baby.
I've never been good with anyone's bodily fluids, even when the dogs throw up.
And that's why we're in this predicament to begin with, Sema. Way to go.